Well, sometimes it also happen like in a by your difficulties by, or suppose someone natural difficulties, a shocked or current, or like in a fire catch, this may happen, anything can happen. So this is also one of the consequence which you need to be bear when you are performing in a weight lab research. Again, when you are doing a weight lab, nothing to worry, there's nothing like that. In a case of weight lab, if even if you're not handling the equipment properly, suppose you have to give anesthesia to one animal, and by by mishandling, it's in that case you use that chloroform by yourself or to yourself. You see, you are going to just anesthetize the most an animal, and it happened that you feel in rosiness and you faint somewhere else. So again, there's a big challenge to use the equipment or the chemical in a proper way to conduct the research smoothly. So that is a very big challenge when you are going to conduct some research in a weight lab. Now, here come to the dry lab. Dry lab, what we do or what we can do in dry lab. Basically, lab is what? Let's start. You have to think, or you have to remember the inception of the slide and the heading of this, this webinar. We have started what? We have started our session, or you can say the okay, a code from a lab code. Now this is what? This is a dry lab. So we in a what, in a weight lab we use a coat, means apron, like all the biological student must know. Apron is basically in a a coat which we wear, which is basically made up of very pure and cotton, and very good quality of a cotton, so that suppose something happen wrong like in a fire or that, then it get not catch, or if it catch, then it easily like extinguish, not stuck with our body. If you wear like polyester cloth or polyester any other dresses, and by default if it get catch, so your body will be easily burned, and it will be, and the fire will catch your body. Well, in dry lab this is the you can say the core core intention, or you can say the core theme of this webinar, where we want to tell you what are the benefit of dry lab. So dry lab is basically what? It's a big thing. I don't think so. Okay, there is a one word where I can summarize what is dry lab. A lot of, but but in a one word we can say all the research work, all the research work which we perform with the help of certain computer, certain software, is basically regarded as a dry lab. अस्सलाम वालेकुम। हम एक मीटिंग में आपको इंशाल्लाह हम कॉल कर रहे हैं थोड़ी देर मीटिंग के बाद। ठीक है, ओके, अल्लाह हाफिज। हाँ, well, sorry for the interruption. Well, so in a conclusion, we can say, what is the dry lab? Simply, hope you have hope you have heard the two term, in vivo, in vitro. What does mean about the in vivo? Simply, when the research conduct on a living cell directly, or when you are working inside the cell, inside the living body. So basically, these are called like an in vivo. But when we conduct any research lab out of the living body in a laboratory, that is called in vitro. Now the third term, which we are discussing right now, dry lab, means when you are doing something with the help of a computer, that is dry lab. At the same time, this kind of a work is called in silico. So here, whatever the experiment or whatever the work will do, it's all will be regarded as a in silico work. Hope you can understand. We are talking about simply one word, that is bioinformatics. What is bioinformatics basically? Bioinformatics is an interdisciplinary field that combines biology, computer science, mathematics, statistics to analyze and interpret biological data, particularly genomic and molecular data. Here are some basics requirement and the need for the bioinformatics research. We'll discuss later. I hope you understand the term bioinformatics. What is bioinformatics? Simply a term which is made up of three to four branches of the different branches. Initially, I have said that it is an interdisciplinary field. Means bioinformatics it contain what where we work of biological data. Uh, you can say where we combine biology, computer science, and mathematics and statistics. Now here is only one problem, my dear. Here is only one problem. What I perceive personally, when you are working on a weight lab, there you have to know exactly about the biology. Fine. If you don't know computer, it's okay. Fine. Somebody else also put the data on computer and he will do your work. But when you are doing the dry lab, means you must have a knowledge of biology as well as you must have knowledge of computer. Computer means what? Doesn't mean that word Excel computer. I'm not talking about that. Computer science means you must have known certain software that we'll discuss in our our later slides. You must have slight knowledge of the mathematics and the statics. And if I'm not wrong, knowledge of the mathematics and the study is also necessary when you're doing some work in the weight lab. There's nothing like that. Okay. Well, these are the basically something you can say some basically requirement you need to perform in a dry lab, like a powerful computing system capable of handling complex computational tasks and large data set. Okay, here is a requirement. Yes, you see there is an image as we had an image in wet lab. You see there is a image in the dry lab. There is only computer or like in a laptop and all this thing. There is no need of like an autoclave, PCR and shaker and incubator and all this thing. Though you must have a laptop. Developed laptop is what means its capacity to hold some good software.